Tennessee, Mississippi, U.S., January 25th, 2026.
Did y'all see the front of our house?
Sneakers car, you can't even see it. I'm trying to think this guy.
A massive winter storm dumped sleet, freezing rain and snow across much of the U.S. on Sunday, bringing sub-zero temperatures and halting air and road traffic. Tree branches and power lines snapped under the weight of ice, and hundreds of thousands of homes and businesses in the southeast were left without electricity. The ice and snowfall were expected to continue into Monday, followed by very low temperatures which could cause dangerous travel and infrastructure impacts for days, the National Weather Service said.
Oh my God. Bro!
It is a unique storm in the sense that it is so widespread, Weather Service meteorologist Allison Santarelli said. It was affecting areas all the way from New Mexico, Texas, all the way into New England, so we're talking like a 2,000-mile spread. President Donald Trump approved emergency declarations for at least a dozen states by Saturday. The Federal Emergency Management Agency prepositioned rescue teams and commodities in numerous states. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said.
Right here, over our patio. You can't walk.
Ninguém fala muito do perigo de estacionar perto de árvore quando neva.
Mano, olha isso, que surreal. Não, olha isso. Ó.
A dangerous situation is unfolding across the South, where significant ice accumulations knocked out power to more than 1 million customers by Sunday afternoon. Widespread icing was reported across East Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi Saturday, while freezing rain intensified Sunday across Middle Tennessee, including Nashville and the southern Appalachians. Trees came crashing down in Nashville Sunday, as ice accumulations reached 0.5 inches and power outages mounted across the metro area through the day. Tennessee officials encouraged people to stay home and avoid the dangerous travel conditions. State troopers responded to more than 600 calls for assistance statewide by Sunday afternoon. Major Travis Plotzer of the Tennessee Highway Patrol.
Stay your ass home. They didn't plow these streets. Luckily.
The Tennessee Valley Authority, a major utility across the South, said freezing rain and sleet caused power interruptions across both TVA-owned transmission lines and local distribution networks in northern Mississippi, northern Alabama, Kentucky, Middle Tennessee, and parts of East Tennessee. Nashville Electric Service reported nearly 216,000 customers were without power by Sunday afternoon. Social media video from across the city showed trees snapping and taking down power lines under the weight of the ice.
These are the trees down on James Robertson. Look at that, just snapped in half because of the weight of the ice.
Earlier that day, the number of power outages in Tennessee climbed to more than 300,000 and traffic crashes spread across state highways. The most significant damage was centralized in Davidson County and other parts of Middle Tennessee, though state officials said there were no fatalities to publicly report yet. More school districts and colleges announced closures, and Tennessee Emergency Management Agency Director Patrick Sheehan said 89 emergency shelters opened across the state.
Pessoal, olha isso, todas as árvores dessa rua caíram. Ó, literalmente, todas as árvores caídas. É muito perigoso.
Man, this used to be one of my favorite trees.
Writing it down and I can find it. Over. Alright, so there's a limb there.
On the other hand, snow and ice left widespread damage across northern Mississippi as a massive storm moved across large parts of the U.S., creating dangerous travel conditions. Trees split open and dropped heavy branches, and power lines crashed down in some areas. Though the worst damage was in the northern part of the state, areas as far south as Natchez saw icy conditions. As much as 12% of Mississippi customers were without electricity at peak outages Sunday, and the hardest hit areas were in the northern part of the state, according to the tracking site Power Outage.
This is North Lamar. Trying to get to
People in Oxford, Mississippi, are seeing crippling effects from the ongoing winter storm, including an inch of paralyzing ice that's causing widespread power outages and a plethora of downed trees and power lines. About half of Mississippi's public school districts will be closed Monday. In hard-hit Oxford and Lafayette County, where fallen trees were blocking many roads, officials announced schools will close all week. Like many other Oxford residents, Lee Ragland said he and his wife Jana were without power Sunday. He said some trees and large limbs fell in their yard, but luckily none had hit their house.
Some of the areas of our neighborhood, it looks like a tornado went through. But this is what
According to Power Outage, U.S., nearly 300,000 people are currently without power in the state of Mississippi. A significant number of customers are without power in Oxford, where snow turned to freezing rain overnight, leaving many without power. Fox weather correspondent Brandy Campbell said iced-over trees snapped throughout Oxford, Mississippi in the north-central hills part of the state. Campbell said the falling trees sounded like gunshots as limbs took down power lines. The city has issued shelter-in-place orders and warned residents to be prepared for a multi-day outage, as temperatures continue to plummet.
What life looks like right now. Lots of trees down.
West Tennessee town without water after storm. Faucets are dry in a tiny West Tennessee town as a result of the winter storm rolling through the state and nation. Adamsville, located in McNairy County about 20 miles north of the Mississippi border, is without water for the foreseeable future. Adamsville Water Department customers will not have water until power is restored.
I just heard this one go down. I was getting my camera out. Missed it, but
as of Sunday morning, about 213 million people were under some sort of winter weather warning, Santarelli said. hundreds of thousands of customers were without power according to Power Outage US, with Tennessee and Mississippi hit especially hard. Some 11,500 flights were canceled Sunday and more than 16,000 delayed, according to the flight tracker FlightAware.com. Airports in Philadelphia, Washington, Baltimore, North Carolina, New York, and New Jersey were among those impacted.
Essa daqui é a minha paisagem favorita, olha isso. Esse restaurante é coisa. Olha aqui, ela tá por um tris. E a gente bem doido vai passar embaixo. Gente, tá muito escorregadio.
Thousands of flights were canceled across the major air travel hubs of Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson, Charlotte Douglas, and Dallas-Fort Worth Sunday. The storm forced more than a dozen regional airports to close across the southeast Sunday afternoon. A massive snowstorm followed by freezing rain and ice already limited activity in and out of Nashville International Airport on January 25th. But now, the Federal Aviation Administration is restricting it further. Just before 7 p.m., FAA officials notified the Metro Nashville Airport Authority that its air traffic control tower will close down starting at 1 a.m. on January 26th because of a staffing shortage.
So this is what happened all over Nashville. Like all the trees turned into ice, so they just like break.
So that branch just came down. Branches are cracking all over the place, 2 doors down.
The Weather Channel has named this event Winter Storm Fern. About 30 states are under some kind of winter storm advisory. Frigid temperatures will expand across the eastern 2/3 of the country this weekend, with very cold weather continuing through much of next week. The agency is advising people in the storm's path to prepare themselves and their pets for life-threatening cold.
Holy crap. Oh my God, this is what we're waking up to.
Some of the areas of our neighborhood, it looks like a tornado went through. But this is what